So let's tell you the story about the time my father come home from the auction with a station wagon full of rabbits. Now, the reason I've been waiting on this video because he's been in and out of the hospital. And I was hoping he would enlighten us on why he done this. But like I said, he's been in and out of the hospital. He's in there now. But he's all right. So I have to do this story solo. So, back in 2004, late that afternoon, I had went outside to feed and water the rabbits for the second time. And had looked over and noticed that Dad's station wagon had a lot of heads up there looking at me. And I said, that's a lot of rabbits back there. I said, am I dreaming? I'm like, no, I'm awake. There's like 80 rabbits in the back of this thing. And I walked back in the house and looked at Mom. I said, Mom, do you know that Dad has went and I assumed bought a whole bunch of rabbits at the auction? She said, yeah, I know. He got them for like $0.25 a piece. And it's some harebrained get-rich-quick scheme that he's got brewed up in his head. I said, but yeah, we don't have no cages. We don't have nothing to put them in. Like, it's going to take us forever to build these cages. What are you going to do, live with the rabbits in the car? And she said, no. I said, he's got an idea. So about that time I was talking to her, here he come walking into the kitchen. He's like, come with me, son. I'm going to show you what I've got planned. I said, okay, Dad. So we go out there, and we had this old chicken lot, hog pen combination thing across the road there. And his grass was growed up pretty high, and it's been not used for a couple of years. And he said, we're going to put all these rabbits in this lot here, like I done when I was a boy, and the way my father raised his rabbits. He said, that's what I've got planned. He said, we're going to run chicken wire across the bottom of it. I think we'll be all right. So that's what we done. We spent maybe 2 hours running chicken wire across this big old lot, and then backed his station wagon up and opened the glass up and was just setting them in there, just left and right, just throwing them all in there. Bucks, does, didn't matter. That lot was full of them. And Dad said, well, probably in a couple months, I'll be taking these all to the sale. I said, that's cool, Dad. I said, this is going to be a mess trying to round all these up. I said, how are we supposed to see them through the grass? He goes, don't worry about the grass. They're going to eat all that grass. It'll just be an empty lot by the time they get done. I was like, yeah, sure. Needless to say, he was right, because it was nothing but just barely grass. Them things had mowed down everything. And in that short amount of time, a few of them had babies. And we went over there and we gathered them up. And we gathered up chickens. And we spent probably 2 days before the sale gathering all these things up. And he had went and bought laundry baskets. And then he'd put like chicken wire on top of these little thin laundry baskets and send them out to the sale. And needless to say, that investment that he spent a couple of dollars on turned into a very massive investment for him. Because I think he said he had $100 in everything. And time he sold all of it, he made about $2,000. So he did prove me wrong on that one. But boy, we were out there with fishing nets catching these rabbits. You should have seen us out there. It was a mess. But some of the crazy things my father's got me involved with over the years. And hopefully he gets out of the hospital and he can enlighten us on why he done the stuff at the auction he done. But I got to get off here and get ready for work. Hope y'all enjoy that little story.